Well, I liked it so much that I decided to do all the hardest bits again. Welcome to day 2 of the Squamish 50-50, the 50-kilometer race. Start of day 2. Gary's just giving the race briefing to everyone.
Day 2 seemed to have less people than day 1. I asked Jeff why.
We can see this pattern. People come out and do the 23 and then they move to the 50K. Everybody's aiming to do that 50-50 eventually, and it's funny to watch. It just goes up a little bit more. Countries, states, and provinces every year just increases a bit more. So,
after a quick race briefing, we were promptly off at 6 a.m. from Alice Lake. It's important to note that the 50K and the 50 milers share substantially the same course. The yellow highlights are the differences between the two. As a result, I knew what to expect in the first leg and was able to just cruise my way to the first aid station.
Gonna refill the fluids and head out on the big climb.
That's right, day 2 featured the same high point in the course as day 1, as we made our way up Galactic Scheiße to enjoy the view.
Just making our way slowly up, enjoying the day. It's gonna be a long one, but the weather's good, and the trails are just as nice as yesterday.
Although it's daunting to think about running the exact same course the second day, I can assure you that in a lot of ways it's actually quite nice, because you do know what's ahead, you have an idea of the course, you can just settle in and enjoy the day and take your time if you need to. The reality is that if you can force yourself to get up in the morning and make it to the start line, you're more than likely going to finish the race. After all, you know that you can take your time because you've got a full 12 hours to complete the 50-kilometer course, and that's a fair bit of time. I'm not saying it's easy, and those long climbs are still long, but the downhills make it worth it.
well, a lot of the downhills here, there's a lot of woodwork bridges, and because these are purpose-built mountain bike trails that work great for running too. But yeah, a lot of the downhills have woodwork that makes it very interesting and challenging too. So.
As a bonus, the aid stations are just as well packed and laid out as they were on the first day, so there's plenty of food to eat and drinks to keep us hydrated. And again, once you did those climbs and came out to see the high points and watch the trails, it really was a very spectacular day. The weather was once again very cooperative. We had great temperatures.
That's how you finish the race. Once again, I managed to summon the Kraken, have my shot of rum, bit of food, 11K to go or less.
Even though I'd already ran 120 kilometers over the weekend, my legs felt lighter on that last stage, knowing that I'd be arriving at the finish and getting my finisher's hat. It was great to cheer on other people and to just high-five people along the course and talk about the great weekend that we'd had. But there's nothing quite like coming back to the finish line.
We've seen this before, haven't we? Just coming in to the final shoot, get this done, and get my hat.
There we go. 50.
Got her done. 50. Give me a new hat, brother. Boom, right there. Oh, yeah.
On day 2, if you stuck around after the finish, there were plenty of prizes to give away, and they did so by throwing them and playing games like rock, paper, scissors. There's also an opportunity to watch the winners get their prizing.
Well, that does it for me from this year's Squamish 50-50. I covered the 130 kilometers, I got the finisher's hat, and what a beautiful day it turned out to be. If you're looking for an amazing 2-day adventure, come check out the Squamish 50.